New this morning, a Fosston, Minnesota teenager is fighting for life in a Fargo hospital after a crash near Patrol says 16-year-old Justin Gabrud was hurt when the car that he was in crashed with a tractor yesterday along Highway 2. The driver of the car, 59-year-old Christina Gabrud, was also hurt. 63-year-old David Corton of Bagley was driving the tractor but was not hurt. Happening today, Minnesota will become the 23rd state to legalize marijuana. Governor Tim Walz is signing that landmark bill at noon. The legislation will allow adult recreational use and will audit. The new law will allow people 21 and older to possess and transport up to 2 ounces of cannabis flower, 8 grams of concentrate, and 800 milligrams of edible products. Adults can also possess up to 2 pounds of cannabis flower in their homes. The provisions became active on August 1st, or will become active then. Retail sales in Minnesota are expected to start next summer with a 10% tax on cannabis products on top of existing sales taxes. One person is in custody after a child abduction on the Spirit Lake Reservation in North Dakota. Police were looking for this vehicle, a 2006 Chevy Uplander, in connection to the incident. The Benson County Sheriff's Office says that the vehicle was found and the child is now safe and the suspect is behind bars, although no other details are being released at this time. A Florida man accused in a deadly human smuggling case near 4 people froze to death during a blizzard near Emerson, Manitoba, which borders Minnesota and North Dakota. A federal criminal complaint says a family of 4 from India, including 2 parents, a teen, and an infant, all died. Shand is charged with bringing 2 other people into the country illegally and then illegally transporting them once inside the United States. Fargo police are now identifying the woman killed by a train over the weekend as 59-year-old Kimberly Rieger of Fargo. They say the train conductor saw Rieger sitting on the tracks between Robert Street and Broadway around 3:30 Sunday morning, but they weren't able to stop in time. Police say it does not seem to be an accident and no foul play is suspected. Also on your fast track, we could learn more today about the shooting death of a Fargo teenager that happened last week. Court documents are expected to be filed against the 31-year-old suspect in the death of 16-year-old James Moore. Marcus Rexroth, Cass County Jail on a murder charge. So far, police have not provided many details, including a possible motive. However, charging documents should shed more light than are expected today. 6:53, let's get a check of your fast track forecast out there. Lisa, you're still kind of keeping an eye out for some potential showers.
Yeah, that's coming later today. We're watching out for some rain and thunderstorm chances. For now, a nice quiet start to our morning in Fargo. We've got that sunshine now here in the FM area. It's 66 degrees, warm out there, wind out of the south at 10 miles per hour. So a good start to the day in Fargo. Grand Forks looking nice and bright and green on the Greenway from the East Grand Forks side of the red. And we're at 58 degrees there. Wind is light there. The south-southwest at 7 miles per hour. We do get to take a little step back from those stronger winds today. We'll be heating up in the south, but Northern Valley, better chances for rain. And we're watching some of those sprinkles still departing for those of us in places like Wadena and back up toward Lake of the Woods. But you can see the vast majority of this is what you can expect out at the bus stop. Temperatures 60s here as we are looking at Fargo's forecast, and then into the afternoon into some 80s. And again, a reminder, Southern Valley is going to be quieter. If you're in the Northern Valley around 3 p.m., we could be seeing some shower activities like Grand Forks getting off the bus there. So keep that in mind. Here's a look at our planner for the next 11 days. We've got chances for rain and thunder each day through the work week this week, even into the weekend. Hot temperatures too, 80s to some 90s coming up here in the forecast. So it's going to be a warm one here for the next 11 days. And by the way, we transition to June on Thursday, the 1st. And of course, we've been getting summer weather well before that, and we'll keep it going here in the forecast in your next 11 days. So again, more thunderstorm chances for tonight. You can always check back with us for the latest on that throughout the day. We'll be keeping you posted right here and on the VNL weather app all day long.
Of course, we don't want anything severe, but Lisa, those lawns were getting a little crunchy out there.
Yeah, and now we're starting to see some relief in some areas. In Fargo, we got about a little less than about 7/10 of an inch of rain, according to one of our reports. So that's nice. But there have been places that haven't got anything. So we have more rain on the way for you each day here this week. Hopefully you'll be one of those spots that gets that rain shot coming up this week.
Yeah, crossing our fingers. Lisa, thank you. 6:55 to be a much harder battle to fight. However, there is a treatment that could make beating the addiction a little easier. The Valley Today's Nishay Taylor joins us live in the newsroom to share how this treatment method is saving lives. Good morning, Nishay.
Good morning, Jordan. It's called Suboxone, which is the opioid reversal drug for opioid overdoses. Now, Suboxone triggers a signal in the brain to deter the use of opioids. It also adds a ceiling effect, which prevents users from getting a euphoric feeling if an opioid is taken while on the treatment. Ideal Option is a drug treatment right here in Fargo. It uses Suboxone to help many people who are battling an opioid addiction. They say the drug is safe and has been very effective.
In 2022, last year, throughout our 6 North Dakota clinics, we helped over 500 patients. We saw fantastic opiates.
Well, experts at Ideal Option, they also say to further that expansion of a possible recovery, they suggest that folks who use life.
Yeah, just one piece of the pie in treating addiction, but an important one for people to use. Nishay reporting live this morning. Thank you. A Fargo man is facing reckless endangerment charges after police say he smashed his car into a Southside apartment building and injured someone inside. There you see it. It happened yesterday afternoon in the 2700 block of 36th Avenue South. Police say 26-year-old Jorge Sanchez confused the gas for the brake. A person living in the apartment was hurt. No word on their current condition or the structural condition of the building. A reminder about 2 new road projects starting today. Turn lane, the project should take about 3 weeks. Also starting today, northbound traffic on South University Drive will be reduced to 1 lane between 32nd Avenue and Harwood Drive. That's for underground utility work there, and that should be placed for about 2 weeks. After a northern Minnesota woman was seriously hurt by a black bear on Friday. The Department of Natural Resources says that while encountering bears could be an exhilarating experience, it's essential to understand the necessary steps to ensure your personal safety.
So if folks happen to encounter a bear in their yard or something, surprise it, or you just want to make yourself big, stand your ground, make lots of noise, and then give the bears an escape route.
The Minnesota DNR is teaming up with the group BearWise to help educate people about bears, including how to avoid any unwanted encounters. Make sure you're safe out there. People in New York got a peek at a one-of-a-kind solar phenomena. It's called Manhattanhenge. It dazzled onlookers on the streets of the city last night. It happens when the setting sun aligns with the city's street grid and then bathes the urban canyons in a rosy glow. Now, unlike the Neolithic Stonehenge builders, the summer solstice, and then again about 3 weeks after. Well, we hope you can get outside and enjoy a bit of that sunshine here this morning as we're looking at a very nice sunrise. Otherwise, the Today Show and CBS Mornings are just about to start, but the